after having dozens of failed relationships, then you decide you want to find a good husband. So I totally agree that from women from 18 to 25, if they can find it right away, if it takes them a few years, good. But be courting, be intentional with your dating, looking for a man that you can marry, and not doing casual hookup, short-term relationships.
I agree. I think hookup culture is definitely dirty, and I think
Zara, I do want to expound this. Why you keep adding a little amplifier? It's like you're saying that, okay, if an 18-year-old's dating a 25-year-old, oh, that's perfectly fine. There's no cage down. But you make something when an 18-year-old is with a 35-year-old, she's in a cage. She just has to take care of him.
Because where's the growth? Why
are you making it seem like she's just his full-time care provider?
As soon as she is 26, she's caged up.
I'm talking to host. All right, so I think the reason it's caged, this is just honestly me. I mean, is because how much growth is there from 35 on compared to 18 to 35?
No. I'm saying like, bro, the growth has nothing to do with
21 years old, bro. You got no life experience.
If it was a 25-year-old, right, dating a 35-year-old, right, or a 25-year-old dating a 40-year-old, right? Explain me the difference in between that and an 18-year-old dating. Like, explain me like how the 35-year-old would treat him different.
So I'll explain the difference. He's asking me, no one else. So I'll explain the difference.
He's sassy.
Hey, this guy is fucking young.
No shit. No, you're very hyperfixated on just the growth of the person who's 18.
Would you argue that growth is not the most important part of a person's life?
Yes, but Zara, you're not explaining to me how just because he's 35, she somehow magically has to take care of him or some shit.
What?
Exactly.
See, and this is a prime example of why women like older men. You're very emotional for a young man. So you can't be stoic about anything that instead of absorbing the information that we're providing you, you get emotional. Bro, just relax. And you have grown men up here telling you facts and examples and experience about life and dating, not a 21-year-old telling us how to run our lives.
3%. It's because he's young as shit, right? He probably has a girlfriend from looking at his PFP. And at the same time, he's competing with these 30-year-olds. So he finds it disgusting that he has to compete with these men that are well established. So now he tries to attack it by trying to say that you're immoral because now I have to compete with you.
And brother, Tone, every time you run this live, what do I always say, brother? There's always two types of individuals that get triggered by this prompt. And it's the old, bitter women who can't compete with the men around them, and it's the young men who have to compete with the older established men
I've been
that
running
can
this
court
prompt
women.
every day.
May I interject?
Every day for the last 5 to 6 months, I've been running this prompt.
May I interject?
And literally, it's all the young dudes.
Yeah, interject real quick, but hold on. I want to hear JD. JD, you've been
just saying,
bro.
you're saying that the only people in these arguments are that, but we have a young woman in here.
Hold on, Zari. He's talking to JD.
Yo, can you give me like 5, bro, real quick?
Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You just come back whenever.
All right, appreciate it.
You're saying that, I mean, we have a young woman in here right now arguing towards it as well.
What do you mean?
She conceded the debate.
Yeah, I have a lot of young women that come up on my panel and agree with it. I've had, like, just yesterday, I had 50 women that were 18, 19 coming up agreeing with it. At least 50. From the early morning when I did it to later on. So what is your point?
I was just saying, he's just saying that these are the only people that come on here arguing. And I would just like to say that the fact is there's a lot of growth between 18 and 35, and you guys are ignoring that completely. Like, I just want to know
we acknowledge it, but you're not telling me why the difference in growth is bad. Like, you're not saying about someone
I have
being
said
more...
my argument 1,000 times.
Okay,
the difference in growth is bad because it limits the growth of the person who is not growing.
How is that the case, though? How is that the case that someone who is far more grown than the other person? How does that
especially with man to woman, you're saying you're the provider and the leader of the household. You're fit into their schedule, so you don't have your own.
About dating.
Derek, can you concede to that there's good forms of manipulation and bad forms of manipulation?
No.
So you're also like, there's no forms. We're not talking about having her live with you and do all this stuff. Like,
can I talk to the other guy? So the only reason I'll say there's no good forms of manipulation is because the Bible says that free will is the greatest blessing, and having someone infringe upon that is disgusting.
But it's still your free will. I don't think
you understand what manipulation means.
Manipulation is manipulating someone's thoughts. It's changing someone's thoughts.
Hold on. You conceded that's why I asked that question first. you conceded earlier that dating is very challenging. Therefore, if someone was able to find someone attractive, they don't give a fuck about their age, bro. That's a consensual relationship. That's free will.
I don't like that mindset.
Yeah.
If you can find someone attractive and
If
not care about their age,
when you
that
were
is
a
really
kid,
predatory.
right? When you're a kid, your parents manipulated you in a
That made
good
no
way
sense what
to
you said,
believe.
bro.
Hold on,
You just
your
said if you
parents
find someone attractive,
manipulated
you don't
you
care
in a
about their
good
age.
Well,
way.
I don't like
obviously
that statement.
he's going back to the prompt,
You can
which is
Your
18
restate and
years
maybe
old.
parents,
Dara,
maybe
let's use her
state
hold
that
on,
brain.
with.
Let's use her brain.
hold on. Your parents manipulated you in a good form to believe in God, right?
They
They
manipulated
created
me.
you.
I think you're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
manipulation and
It's a
influence
good.
mixed up. I
Yeah,
It's the
think.
influence
same
and
thing,
manipulation
right?
are completely
No,
different.
Any
But
sort of social interaction involves some level of manipulation.
exactly, exactly. So, like I said, your parents manipulated you to believe in God, which is a good thing, right? That's a good thing. That's a
It's
good form
just
of
like okay,
manipulation.
I'll interrupt. It's just like unaliving and schmurder is influence and manipulation.
No,
Yeah, it is.
no.
100%.
Every interaction with another person is involving some form of manipulation.
Go
Yep.
ahead and explain that.
Every interaction.
Yo. All right, host, I'm back. What's up?
Welcome back. You go ahead.
What's up, dog? Yo, yeah, I like the perspective of a lot of people in here, especially Xenos, somewhat. But I don't know. A lot of y'all been talking all technical about it. You know what I'm saying? And really, I think it's about like love and friendship. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you want your girl to be like your best.
Is it wrong or is it not wrong?
It's not wrong, and
There you go.
but it comes with so much careful consideration.
I agree.
I'm 35 and I'm married to someone who's 8 years older than me. I'm gonna tell you, throughout life, you change, things change,
Okay, I say
everything
that's
changes.
immoral.
Right. But what I'm saying is, you got to consider, like, if you like twice somebody's age and you old as shit and she's still young, do you really think that? I mean, she could love you and just be right or die till you. Sorry, right or unalive until you unalive.
Yeah.
Wait, did I hear that she's 8 years older than you?
Yeah,
That's
that's an L.
8 years older. Yeah, I know. But I needed that though, or else I would be dead or in prison. But what I'm saying is that I think it comes with a lot of consideration, and sometimes people lack foresight when they're in love, and so I think it causes a lot of like, I don't know, like long-term heartache, and then you get trapped into something that you've invested years in, and you're like, well, I gotta stay. So you can ruin your entire life by dating so far.
Wow, that's a great argument.
JD, let me ask you something. Is love a choice or a feeling?
Love is a feeling.
Haha, you got it wrong, bud. You're 35 years old. You don't got it figured out yet.
What?
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's a feeling. I don't know, man.
No, it's a choice, bro. It's a choice.
Oh, I guess, man. I don't know.
Educate him, Tone. Educate him,
Feelings
bro.
come and go, bro. Feelings come and go. I could feel one day like this. I could feel for a whole year and just super dislike her. Right? That doesn't mean I made a vow. If I committed myself to you and we said our vows and I've already said, hey, I'm going to be with you. My feelings are going to be all over the place, right? I'm for a whole year. I've seen my fucking stepmom and my dad for 31 years together. 5 years of just disagreeing. That doesn't mean you leave. It's a choice. So ultimately, when you teach that to a younger woman and you don't like sit there in your feelings and tell her it's a fucking feeling, you explain it to her it's a choice. And hey, if we make this decision to be together, it's a choice. So that's how you stray away from the feeling side. Because if you look at why these divorces are happening, it's because of feelings. Well, I'm
Did you
not
know that at
happy.
18
My
years old?
feelings are gone.
I mean, the very fact that you have such a high rate of divorce shows you that. I mean, come on.
Because of feelings. It's all because of feelings.
You're
That's
talking
all.
about relationships like it's blood in, blood out, but it's not. People
It
separate all
is.
the
It should
time.
be,
You know
though.
what I'm
It should
saying?
be.
Yeah, and that separation is the choice, but not feeling love anymore is what drives the choice. And it's the
Love is not a
feeling.
feeling, bro. It's a choice, bro.
Well,
Okay,
Yeah,
I feel
women are filing for divorce 80 to 70% of the time, and it's because of reconcilable differences, which is a feeling.
Yep, feeling.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to like get scientific about love, but which I think is like kind of like
Well, I'm just
how
trying to
you can
tie
do
it
that.
into it's a choice to love that person, right? Ultimately, if I find someone younger, let's say for the sake of argument, 18, and we decide, hey, yeah, she wants this, and that, and I explain to her that it's a choice, and hey, we're gonna have a lot of feelings up and down along the way, then I guarantee you there's gonna be
Yeah.
a high chance of us succeeding.
I mean, you look, bro, I respect your opinion, and I think that you and I experience love differently because I love motherfuckers that I can't stand. I don't want to love them. I actually sometimes
But
hate
you're
them,
proving my
but I love
point.
them
It's a
anyways.
choice.
You know what I'm saying?
You just
That
proved my
literally
point.
proved this point. That literally proved
You
this
literally
point.
proved my point, bro. It's a choice.
How so? How so?
Because you said I feel like this about them, and I really dislike them, but I still choose to love them. That's what
Bingo.
you just said.
Oh, you cut
Literally,
out right there. What's up? Say that again.
you just said there's these people that I wish I didn't love. You know, I just feel so crazy angry at them, but I still choose to love them. That's what you just
Actually,
said.
I didn't use the word choice. I just said
Yeah, but
I
you
just
didn't. But
love
it's the
them
same thing. It's the
because
same thing.
I think, like I said, I think two things can be correct because the way
No.
that I experience love is not by choice. You know what I'm saying? It comes with history. It comes with recognition. It comes with, you know what I'm saying, shared blood. It comes with a lot of things. You don't choose your brother and sister. Do you love your brother and sister, or you just choose to love your brother and sister? No,
What do
that
they
love
make
is
you feel
baked into
good?
you.
Do they
Say
make you feel good?
feel good. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
like
My sister. My sister is attractive, but I've never tried.
what
Oh
are
my
you talking
goodness.
Whoa,
about,
whoa, wait,
bro?
hold on. You said feel good. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
This guy.
Now this is
Like I
weird,
said, at the
bro.
end of the day, it's not
I'm
a
messing
feeling,
with you.
bro. It's a
I'm messing.
choice.
I'm
No, no,
messing
I know
we're
with
you
you.
are.
we're straying away from the
All right,
topic.
go ahead, man.
I
Yeah,
think
but
if we
anyway,
go
yeah,
back to the prompt here,
I said, yeah,
right?
we go back to the prompt. I appreciate you for having me on, bro.
JD. So if we go
Yeah,
back to the prompt here, right? The idea that the 35, the reality is that women don't have the luxury of waiting to 30 to 35, right? 50% of women who wait to 30 before they start having children will never have one, even though 90% do. Biologically, right? It means that family formation, right? 20 to 25 is optimal for them to find a partner, right? Especially if they want to have multiple children. Women who wait to their late 20s, all right, in order to get married and then start having children in their 30s, half of them are unable to do so. And those who do, many of them had to spend, tens of thousands doing medical intervention because it is getting very, very difficult when women in their 30s to get pregnant now. So, biologically, right, we may love the idea that people could wait to 30 to 35, but that's not the reality. So
yeah, I get it, man. And this conversation is extremely complex, and I think
yeah,
there's so much that goes into it that has more to do with the characteristics of the people involved than it does any age or, you know what I'm saying, stage in life.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like saying like these are great tires until it rains. I'm like, okay, well, they're not, I don't know, are they good tires or not? Maybe you should move to a drier region. But what I'm saying is, I was insane at 18, and now I've leveled up to just crazy.
But you're a
18
man.
years old
But
are
you're a man.
not decision makers. 18-year-olds
I
are
don't
not
know.
decision
I
makers.
After
think this
JD was done, we're
That's
conversation is
gonna
why.
give
very
Addie a
That's
simple.
chance
why
to weigh
men are
in on the
supposed to be
prompt
the
because she was
leaders.
up here before.
I think the problem is that this is really a simple conversation. We're just really people are just really good at complicating it.
Yeah, go ahead, Addie. What's your thoughts?
I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with a 35-year-old dating an 18-year-old.
All right, why do you think that?
Yeah, give us the benefits.
Okay, so the reason I think it's okay is because I'm 18 and I would do it. I've done it, but
Are you guys still together?
no.
Why not?
He had a wife, so I had to get up off of that. But
What other
the
challenges did you
benefits.
face in your relationship besides that?
What?
What other challenges did you face in your relationship besides that?
Nothing. It was perfect. But when I found out that he had a wife, I stopped talking to him.
How'd you find out he had a wife?
Because one day when he was on FaceTime with me, he was like screen sharing or whatever. The dumbass opened his messages and I saw a girl. It was like a woman picture with him pinned at the top of his messages. And her name was Wifey. So I was like, okay. So after that, I just stopped talking to him. Like,
How long were
I
you guys
told him.
together?
About hold on, I gotta count. It was a couple of months. It wasn't like a year or nothing, but it was a couple months. I want to say like somewhere between 4 to 6 months.
Did you guys ever meet in person or anything?
We talked about it, but I I just never like. I was working, so I was busy. He was working, he was busy, but we planned a couple of dates, but it was just like he's kind of far from where I am, but he's not like too far. If you
What
get
did
what
you
I
guys
mean.
relate on? What attracted each other? Was it mainly physical, or did you guys have any similar relations and personalities?
Okay, I don't mean to be weird, but what's with all the questions?
I'm trying to see the insight of an 18 and 35-year-old relationship. It would be very beneficial to this argument for everybody in the chat.
Okay, well, okay, hold on. Because you asked me what were the benefits or perks or whatever of being him, it was the emotional stability, it was the sense of security. The financial part really didn't have anything to do with it, but it played a part in us being together.
Wait, so the
And
stability and
also,
emotional stability, but didn't it turn out that he actually was lying to you the whole time?
well, I mean, yes, but at the same time,
So where's
the
that stability now?
emotional. Okay, do you have us? Do you? Okay, I'm not gonna ask that. But other than the fact that he had a wife, we connected pretty well. I did. Yeah, we connected pretty well, but you know,
I think
But it
what
things
Zara's
wasn't.
trying to
happen.
do is he's trying to find something objective to pin that,
He
like, okay,
is, and I
boom. Because
No,
like
I'm
I'm
saying,
just
like, if
wondering.
the
I'm just trying to
35-year-old
see.
dude,
I'll just ask you something. I'll ask you one simple question. Would you recommend?
yes, but you have to do your background research first, because clearly I
Correct.
didn't do
Correct.
that.
But we can say that about dating a 21-year-old.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean? We could say that about even a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old.
But
I
yeah,
agree.
but it
I
was
agree. That's a good point.
another one that I was looking for was the emotional intellectual. Like he was very intellectual, so he was a kind of like a guidance for me in a way. Like he gave great advice on things of my personal battles. That played a part in it as well. He was a great listener as well.
And I'm sure that was comforting, right?
Yeah, of course.
But didn't
Did
it
you learn
turn out
anything
that he
from
was
that guidance?
manipulating you?
Did you learn anything from that and from that guidance
Yeah,
that he gave? And did you experience any growth from that guidance?
I did. It matured me a lot more than what I was when I first met him. I'll say that.
Interesting.
Okay.
Also, I have a question. I have a question for you. What did you have in common with him?
Oh wait, you're talking to me?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we both enjoyed like the outdoors. We enjoyed talking about like I remember him telling me about his like trips to Miami, Italy. I think he's been to Paris as well. He was telling me about that stuff. I do want to travel when I get older. I want to travel. So I found that to be really interesting. So we connected on that. We connected on culinary, gardening, things like that.
But you could connect. You could connect with somebody that is close with your age.
But
And
Yeah,
this is
that
so
why.
the
And hold on,
argument
understandable.
that
wait, wait,
you were
wait,
about to
wait,
the
wait.
argument you were trying to make was going to be to discredit her based off of
Because she thought I was gonna
compatibility.
say we had
But
nothing
the
in
thing
common.
is she said that she had a lot in common. So why is it that she should pivot to someone younger when she's able to connect with somebody older like that and they had plenty in common?
All right, I just have one question. So he did manipulate you, right, and lie to you.
No,
Just he didn't.
Another one.
no.
No, I would
Like
say that it was manipulative for him to
To
have a
lie
wife,
about
and
having a.
it wasn't really manipulative. It was more of I just
it was lying.
didn't. It just never came up. Like he should have brought it up, yes, but it wasn't like a manipulative thing. Like I don't get it.
No, that's manipulative
Yeah,
by
it's
nature,
definitely
is to not tell you
manipulation.
the truth. But it's kind of like I said earlier, though, you can get that with another 18,
I
19,
know. I'm not
20,
saying that, but
21
I'm
year
just
old.
saying. You didn't see through the manipulation, obviously, and you were prone to it, and it was easy for him to exploit upon.
You're making it sound like I don't know. Like this is like
Is this a
are you against my idea or like are you against like what
Well,
I was
yeah,
doing or?
Well,
he's
yeah,
really
I'm
young,
I
against
so
feel
it.
he's trying
like
to
he
make a
like he
point
took
again.
advantage of you.
And to you, the black profile picture, to you, you said, you asked me about our similarities or whatever, and you said I could have something like that with somebody closer to my age, but that's why that's your life and this is my life.
Yeah, good point. That point,
Yeah.
that
His life and my life were different.
black profile picture didn't make a good point. But I'm just saying, you were easily manipulated and prone to it. Obviously, you were none the wiser. You say it came out of nowhere, and that made the relationship fail. No.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that though, because I've seen this happen to women in their 30s. So
Yeah, but she was obviously more prone to it because of her younger age.
why? Well, why is she more prone to it than a woman in her 30s? I don't understand.
Because the woman in her 30s has lived through more relationships and
So,
more. She
but
said,
if the woman,
And
if
also,
it
the
happens,
frontal
Wait,
lobe is more developed.
before I get interrupted by
well, hold
anybody,
on. Well, hold on. So if a
can I just
woman
say
is in her
she said
30s,
herself she was more mature because of the experience. The more experiences you gain through life, the more mature you come. The more experiences
yeah.
you get, the longer you live.
So that means that she grew from the experience.
100%,
What you
because
were
she got
claiming that.
manipulated.
No. I'm because I specifically asked her about the positive guidance that he gave, and she said through that she grew as a person.
Yes, and she's still obviously damaged from it and confused
Yeah,
because she
but
said she wasn't
again,
even being manipulated.
that could happen with an 18, 19, 20-year old
100%,
partner.
100%.
So I'm not
But it was
understanding.
easy
That's one
because
to
she was
one.
young, and he was
So,
so
Because,
emotionally intelligent.
but like I said, it happens all the time to women in their 30s and their 40s too.
but
This
they're
is
grown
So
like
what's your
adults.
argument?
this
A
isn't
30-year-old
So
woman
the
is a grown
argument is it's
adult.
not
that's
exclusive.
cool,
You're
but
saying
at
it's
the same
because she was
time
18,
But it's
this could
more
or it's
happen
harmful
because she
to
this
was
an
could
young.
happen to
18-year-old.
any this literally happens all the time in high school. Like guys will have a girlfriend and they'll be trying to talk to other girls. I'm not understanding like I don't get it. Like this
The
could
Yeah,
happen to
correlation
literally.
is you
anyone.
were easy. This man has lived through his life. He knows it's wrong, and he still manipulated and used
How is
you
it?
because of
No,
his
we're not doing
emotional
that. We're
intelligence.
not doing that.
You,
You're
what do
saying
you
that it's
mean?
wrong. Nobody's
I
agreeing that
also,
it's wrong.
I also
You
have
don't
a
think it's
question for
wrong
Addie.
No,
that he
I don't think it's
manipulated and
wrong.
used
Oh
her?
no, that's wrong. It's the
So
dating an
what is your
18-year-old
argument?
that's not wrong.
I'm not
Well,
even
you were
talking about
saying.
I'm just talking about the fact that he manipulated and used her was wrong.
Okay, he
No,
lied
Oh, I
about his
apologize, and
marriage. Like,
I
okay,
misunderstood.
like what the fuck?
he
Like you're acting
manipulated
like
and used you, and it was easy to use you
how did he
because you were
use me if I
young.
gave him
Yeah,
nothing
but
to
again, it's
use?
like I
You
said, it's
gave him
easy to
nothing but
You're
use a
acting
someone to
like
cheat on
you're
his
acting like
wife
I
30-year-old
with.
woman
slept with him.
too. That's the
Like
thing.
I
He
never
preyed
slept with
on
him.
you. He low-key preyed on you.
Yeah,
That's
but
100%. He
again, like
groomed
I
her and preyed
said,
on her.
you can do that with 30 and 40-year-old women too. It's no different.
And
It is no
also,
different.
like I said, a 30-year-old woman is a grown adult. And
An
even though,
18-year-old woman is a grown adult.
No,
no,
they're a young adult.
legally, no, they're not. No, they're not.
I don't
It's
know
literally
exactly
Yeah,
what
definition
they
he
of young
are.
used
They
me. I
adult.
don't know
actually are.
18,
exactly what
like
he used me for,
literally
but I guess we used each
18.
other
That's
then
why. That's
because I
why they can
definitely
get
benefited from
tattoos.
being
That's
with
why
him.
they can
So
join the
whatever.
military. That's why they can vote.
You
That's why they
didn't
can
But
take
you're
out a
wait.
still
loan
young.
because
You're
Pause.
they're
not an
Pause.
grown.
adult
Pause.
when you're
Pause.
18. Legally, you are, but
Addie, you
Yeah.
didn't
mentally,
use
you're
him
not.
because you were genuinely looking for a relationship.
Well, I benefited from the relationship either way.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
but
you
that
were
was,
actually actively
I
looking for a
benefited way
relationship.
more than
There's
he
nothing.
did.
You
Hey,
want
I don't
her to be a
I'm just
understand.
saying
victim
you're
so
yeah,
You're
here's
acting
my
like you're
damaged.
main
acting like I
question
slept
for
with him.
Addie.
You're
You're
acting
So
like I
Addie,
damaged.
slept with
Can
him.
I just finish my question,
yeah,
bro?
yeah.
This girl's obviously damaged and
You
hurt from this.
asked me
You're damaged
18
and hurt.
questions.
There is nothing wrong. There is
No, to
nothing wrong for
God.
looking for a
You
relationship.
asked me 18
Bro,
fucking
There is nothing
questions.
wrong for looking for
let me
happiness.
ask you something. What are the chances of an 18-year-old manipulating another 18-year-old man manipulating another 18-year-old woman? High
What?
chances, right? What are the chances of a 30-year-old that knows what he wants from life and is ready to settle down
Looks
and
like
is displaying all
100%
the
currently.
qualities of stability?
Off the only example we have, it's 100%.
Okay, well,
Look,
here's another
you're
example. I
using
dated
an
a
I love
19-year-old
how
anecdotal.
for
You're
you're
like
not
using
afraid to
2
be